social selling. In just over a decade, the internet, and with it, e-commerce, m-commerce, and social networks have profoundly transformed all buying journeys and changed buyer behavior. Buyers are now always better and more thoroughly informed before meeting a salesperson. Information has become instantly available and accessible to everyone on social networks. We experience this every day. In fact, there are more than 52 million of us in France. That's about 80% of the population who use social networks. Between Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, not to mention X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, or even WhatsApp, there are more than a dozen networks. In this context, traditional methods of prospecting, direct marketing, and communication are no longer as effective. So how can you develop your business activity? Social selling is a way to cope with the crisis. It is a sales strategy on social networks that aims to promote your professional brand in order to boost its visibility and business development. By sparking the interest of potential buyers and building trusting relationships with them, it enables salespeople and entrepreneurs to achieve their sales goals. Social selling has become the leading prospecting tool in B2B and is essential in B2C. But what should you do before getting started with social selling? One risk that sellers may face is spreading themselves too thin. Each social network, in fact, has its own specific practices and associated codes. To be effective, you must first identify the target customers you should prioritize. Next, you need to choose the social network or networks where your target audience is present and define the strategy and objectives to achieve. Finally, you need to define the type of content to share and the frequency of posting. In B2B, LinkedIn has become essential for increasing your company's visibility and showcasing your expertise. It is the #1 professional social network in the world and in France. It has more than 26 million users in France, including 13 million active users. 500,000 French companies are also present on the platform. What social selling approach should you prioritize? Let's take the example of LinkedIn. An effective social selling approach that I recommend on LinkedIn is structured around 4 steps and the acronym ETHIC. Let's start by setting up our professional profile on the social network. This is the starting point, which aims to position yourself, build your personal branding or professional brand, and showcase your expertise through your profile. But social selling is above all a matter of networking. So you need to find the right people to build your network. This is a prospecting stage aimed at growing your address book by identifying the profiles to contact. At the same time, it's necessary to inform your network by regularly sharing content that encourages interaction. You need to be seen as a reliable source of information through posts, articles, published videos, comments, and likes. The more frequently you publish content related to your expertise, the more your visibility will increase and prospects will be interested. Finally, we need to build lasting relationships of trust. The goal is to turn as many opportunities as possible into results by connecting with new prospects, maintaining an engaged and reliable community over time, and staying informed about your contacts' latest news. In summary, for me, the most important thing in social selling is not just having a visible account on social networks, but being active and building as many connections as possible with your community of followers, especially by regularly sharing content that interests them.